First and foremost, all praises are due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops for teaching us his truth. Salutations to the brothers around the four corners of the earth who are teaching this word and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect, a few men, women, and children that believe in this word. This is your brother Kawata Zalba coming at you with another lesson. This one is entitled, Prepare Your Mind for Betrayal by Your Family. So we're coming into those times where your family members, your friends are going to betray many of us, known as the hopeful elect. We say that in humility because we hope that we are a part of the elect. But many of your family members are going to betray you by outing you, okay, by ratting on you, all right, because they already think that you're in a cult because you believe in this word, you believe in Yahweh, and you believe in his son Yahweh Shai. And they also think they're going to have something to gain by it. So let's begin Luke 21 and verse 7. And they asked him, saying, Master. So the disciples asked Yahweh Shai, but when shall these things be, the end of these times, the end of days, the times that we're coming into now? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, Yahweh Shai in the red, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahweh Shai, the Messiah. And the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. So don't believe them. You have false messiahs now, false prophets that are popping up out of the woodworks, but don't believe in the false messiahs. It's only going to increase. We're in those times. Let's read verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Let's read Luke 21 and verse 9, the NLT. And when you hear of wars and insurrections, don't panic. Yes, these things must take place first, but the end won't follow immediately. So we are at the very beginning. You have, of course, the Russians and the Ukrainians, and we know the Ukrainians are Russians. And eventually Russia will gain control of the Ukraine. All right. You also have what's going on with the Israelis and Hezbollah, and Iran will most likely get involved in that. And that will bring in what? The United States, Babylon, America. And then you're going to have what? The Valley of Jehoshaphat, spoken of in Joel chapter 3, where the Lord Yahweh is going to gather everybody in one area, in that Middle Eastern area for World War III. So we know all that's going to be happening. It's coming soon and very soon. And like Elder Apostle Tahar says, we are really in the midst of World War III going on now. It's just going to get bigger and bigger, okay? It's going to involve more nations steadily and more steadily as we move along. Luke 21, let's read verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Just like I said, Joel chapter 3, the Valley of Decision, the Middle Eastern area. You're going to have Russia and their allies gathered together against the United States, Babylon, America, and their allies. The European Union, okay, Canada. We know Russia is going to have what? North Korea, Iran, China, India as part of their allies. They're going to be gathered together, kingdom against kingdom, known as World War III. So let's continue. Luke 21, and let's read verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, in famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So you have an earthquake that just happened, a couple of days ago in China. It's kind of being overshadowed by the fire in LA. But that's also part of one of the signs. Oh, you also have famines in various places that the news doesn't report. We know in Venezuela that you have a lot of famine going on in Haiti and various other countries, famine of food. People are eating, strange animals, so on and so forth. And we know that the year 2025, you're going to have a pestilence popping up again, many pestilences that are going to be popping up. Elder Apostle Tahar said we may have a number of viruses all at once. So we know the pandemic is coming back again for 2025. And it says here in fearful sights, there has been many spottings of what? So-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord. And then this year, we're going to have what? 3 blood moons. And they're going to be coincidentally during the Hebrew, some of the Hebrew high holy days. All right. So all these things in the time that we're in is letting us know we're at the end. So let's continue. Luke 21. And one of the main signs, like I said, will be your family going against you, your family betraying you. Luke 21. Let's read verse 12. Let's read this again. Luke 21 and verse 11. And a great earthquake shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So we know Jacob's trouble, we're on the cusp of it just blowing up. So many of our family and friends are going to betray us, you see. So some of us will be put in prison camps, known as concentration camps, so on and so forth. But this is when your faith is going to kick in. Your faith and your trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's read verse 13. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. So this would be our time to tell everybody about what? Our faith, our love, okay? And knowing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and knowing this truth. Let's continue. Luke 21 and verse 14. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Don't worry about what you're going to say. The Holy Spirit of Rakak Radash is going to guide you. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. So many of us, we have to get our minds ready, get our minds in that mind frame of, to realize that some of us may be put to death, maybe have our heads chopped off via guillotines, executed, put in concentration camps, tortured. And like I said, many of your family members, your friends, are going to be the ones to betray you, that are going to rat you out. Yeah, he's a Hebrew Israelite. I seen him on the corner reciting scriptures with the garment on and with the sign. He's one of them, because they think they're going to gain something by it. Let's read, let's continue. Let's go to Micah chapter 7. Let's read verse 17. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, for the name of Yahweh Shai, for believing in the Messiah. Let's read Micah chapter 7. Let's go to Micah chapter 7. As soon as I can find it here. Micah chapter 7. Let's read verse 5. And it reads, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. So even your wife. Some of us are not going to even be able to trust our wives, which really means your woman, all right? Your wife is just your woman. Now, I don't have a woman right now. I don't have any kids. I don't let anybody in my apartment. You see, because we're in those times where you can't trust anyone. All right? You can't trust anyone. The only ones you can trust are the ones that agree with you, with this word, this truth. Okay? Let's read this again. Micah 7 and verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Because some of us have, I don't have a woman right now, but some men have wives, some men that are in the truth. They have a wife that's going to take that C-hip and she's going to do it sneakily. She's going to sneak off, okay, to the chipping center with the kids and get them chipped up without you knowing. So you're going to have a lot of that going on because many women, they like the comforts of what? Having things, food, clothing, you see, material possessions, so on and so forth. So they may be down with you right now, but when things get tight, when we get into the throes of Jacob's trouble, when you have martial law and all the chaos going on, many of them are going to betray you and take that C-hip and possibly turn you in. So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 9. Matter of fact, Jeremiah chapter 9. That'd be a good one. Jeremiah chapter 9. Let's read verse 1, and it reads, "Oh, that my head were waters, and mine eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men." So many of us, 2/3 of our people, have committed adultery against the Lord by believing in false idols, believing in white Jesus, Buddha, Kemet, Rastafarianism, so on and so forth. Let's continue. "And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord." So many of our people are going to refuse to stand up for this truth. They want to be comfortable. They're going to take that C-hip. Let's read verse 4. This is for us, the hopeful elect. "Take ye heed, every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders." So you have to even watch your own brother, your family members. "And they will deceive everyone his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord." So that's 2/3 of our people who are refusing to hearken to this word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, despite the prophets, despite the men of the Lord being on the street corners, despite thousands of videos going up daily, compelling our people to repent and convert. They're going to refuse, and they want to commit iniquity. And like I said, many of them are going to rat you out. Let's continue. Let's read. Let's go to Luke chapter 17. Luke chapter 17 and verse 26, and it reads, "And as it was in the days of Noah," this is Yahweh Shai speaking, "so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all." So just as in the days of Noah, Noah preached for over 100 years for the people to stop participating in wickedness, but they didn't listen. They continued, marrying, okay, partying, okay, right up to the day until the earth was flooded by rain, all right, right up to the day. So the same thing is going to happen during this time. Many of our people are going to buy real estate, advance their careers, buy cars, buy a bunch of clothes, hope that Babylon America is going to survive right up until the day that Yahweh Shai destroys this place, Babylon America, via nuclear missiles and laser fire from the chariots, making Babylon America a lake of fire. Let's get another example. Luke 17 and 28. "Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sowed, they planted, They build it, okay? But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Now that fire and brimstone, this time around, is going to come in the form of what? Nuclear missiles. All right, coming from Russia and the other nations, as well as you'll have chariot fire from the angels of the Lord coming down upon Babylon, America as well. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. All right, so the same thing that happened during Lot's time with the fire and brimstone is going to happen when Yahushua cracks those clouds on the day of the Lord. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. So the hope for elect, we don't care about our possessions. Okay, if we have to leave our possessions behind, we're going to leave our possessions. If we have to leave our car behind, we're going to leave our car behind. We're not going to worry about our possessions because we have faith in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But 2/3 of our people are not going to have that faith. You see, they're going to want to what? Keep their possessions. And one of the things they're going to do is betray you, the hope for elect. Okay, by going against you. Because they have something they think they're going to gain. Luke 17 and verse 32, Yahweh Shai says this, remember Lot's wife? Because we know in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, when Lot was leaving with his wife and his 2 daughters, the angel said, do not look back at Sodom and Gomorrah being burnt. Lot's wife, of course, what? She looked back because she was reminiscent about her house. She was reminiscent about her belongings. She didn't want to leave that world behind. So you have many of our people that are not going to want to leave this world behind. Let's read verse 33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So many of our people are going to want to keep what they got going on. They're going to want to keep their land, their possessions, their house, so on and so forth. So many of them are going to take that sea hip spoken of in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. But those of us who are part of the elect, I say hope for elect and humility, those of us who are part of that elect, are, we're willing to lose our life. We are willing to get our heads cut off. We are willing to be executed, put in concentration camps, because we understand the greater gain, eternal life, the crown of life upon our head, rulership with Yahushua in the kingdom during the first dominion, the first 1,000 years of his rulership as King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So we understand the stakes. So let's continue. Matter of fact, I think I'm done there. So on that note, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, as well as salutations to the brothers doing this work, and truth and sincerity, and shalom to the hope for elect. Okay, the few men, women, and children that believe in this word. I hope this lesson was edifying to you. Shalom.